I think a World Studies EE offers something for every student because it allows students to explore an issue that they're really passionate about. And there's so many different ways of looking at different issues. So it allows students to do this in an interdisciplinary way. For example, let's say you're a student who's really interested in equality and inequality, with all of the things that are happening right now today in this world. This could be about gender equality, this could be about extreme poverty and extreme wealth, or things like that. So if you're passionate about an issue like this would allow you to explore that issue, often through a local case study, a local manifestation of that issue. So you could concentrate on Thailand or another country or a couple of countries, and then look at that global issue through this lens, through an interdisciplinary approach. So I think all of the World Studies extended essays are always incredibly individual, very unique, very exciting to read, and I would also say therefore very exciting to research. Every single student I have ever worked with on a World Studies extended essay, they've really enjoyed the process because whatever they've chosen to research and look into and inquire into was something they were deeply passionate about, really had a lot of care for. So that obviously makes the whole research process also much less intimidating. So really, a World Studies extended essay, you can pick almost anything that you're interested in, and we can try to have a look at it through a global issue lens. I think some of the misconceptions, usually what trips students up is that idea of an interdisciplinary approach, because if you read the World Studies extended essay recommendations, it does ask you to look at 2 to 3 subjects that you use to explore the global issue. And that's, I think, what sometimes boxes students in. They're like, oh, I study business management and I study psychology, so I want to do something with those 2 subjects and combine them. But you haven't actually identified the what it is that you're actually interested in using those 2 lenses. So I would always start with the issue itself, because everything out there that you're interested in probably could be explored through mathematics, English, business management, psychology, the sciences. So I think that should come later. It's always nice to have some idea of potentially what lenses you might want to use in terms of the interdisciplinary approach, but I think that should come after you've actually identified what it is you're actually interested in looking at. The frequently asked questions. So once you do look into your issue and you've identified the what, and then you decide which subjects you'd like to use, the recommendation is that at least one of those subjects should be a current IB subject that you are studying. The other one doesn't have to be. It's always good to have that knowledge, because you do need to have a balanced approach in terms of demonstrating that you know and understand the subjects that you have chosen to explore that issue through. But that is something that we can always help you with. I've often had students, once they've identified the issue and maybe they've chosen one subject, we then look at what other possible ways we can explore that issue. So that's really great as well at developing a personal relationship with your supervisor and getting their expertise and bouncing ideas off them. So that's something to think about. The other question, sometimes students are wondering, well, the supervisor that I might get allocated, maybe they're only an expert in physics. How are they going to help me with the other subjects that I've chosen, which might be a completely different subject? Well, the great thing about the World Studies extended essay, yes, you still have one supervisor who helps you through the whole process, but you are absolutely welcome to go and seek the expertise of any subject teacher that might help you with your approach for that world issue. So there's lots and lots of experts in our community that could help guide you through this process. Because the World Studies extended essay, often students choose a local manifestation or a case study approach. It is useful, once you've identified that issue, to then look at a way that you can maybe explore that issue through a local manifestation. Often the fact that students go to do their own interviews, conduct their own research in a particular sort of area that's close to them, it's always good to have access to that, because it just makes it a little bit more tangible and exciting and really hands-on experience. It's not a requirement though, but that's always a good approach, just to have access to a local case study that you can explore that issue through.